Welcome back to Inside Post Challenge, part of the Road to the Triple Crown, sponsored by Adequan. This week, we're taking a look at the Toyota Bluegrass and the Arkansas Derby. Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Law. I'm joined by Ed DeRosa. We're out here at beautiful Keeneland Racecourse, although a little bit rainy today. Weather's supposed to expected to improve by the weekend, and the weekend means Derby preps. We got two this weekend Inside Post Challenge. Toyota Bluegrass Stakes and Arkansas Derby. Really kind of one of the last stops on the road to the Kentucky Derby. Toyota Bluegrass Stakes drew a pretty big field, pretty well-balanced field, I think. Arkansas Derby, of course, a race on the dirt versus the Bluegrass, which is on the poly track. Two big prep races, Ed. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I haven't really seen a lot of is that the Arkansas Derby is the richest prep race in North America at $1 million. So a lot of money still up for grabs, a lot of talk about Derby earnings. But with $1.75 million this week, plus a couple more graded stakes in the next 2 weeks before the Derby, still some money up for grabs, still a lot of movement to be had. And I think we'll see some movement on those lists in both these races.
I think you mentioned the Arkansas Derby, first year for Grade 1 status for the Arkansas Derby, certainly well-deserving race down there at Oaklawn Park, part of the Festival of the South, the last day of the Oaklawn Park meeting.
Right.
Which you have Friday. You also have the Zenyatta race, the Apple Blossom, supposed to be the Zenyatta Rachel Alexandra showdown. Didn't come to be, but Zenyatta's still there, so certainly a great race. But back to the Arkansas Derby, actually have two of my top three horses in here. In Noble's Promise, who I have pegged at number 2 on my Road to the Triple Crown poll, and I have Dublin, who I have pegged at number 3.
Wow.
I actually kept looking at Lucky in the number 1 spot. Those are the first 3 finishers from the Rebel Stakes. So looking at Lucky, ran back last week in the very troubled 3rd in the Santa Anita Derby. But, Noble's Promise is a horse I think that has tremendous upside. He's the kind of horse that just gives it to you every time. I'm a little bit worried that maybe does he have to race on the lead? Not sure. And Dublin's another horse who maybe he regressed a little bit last time out after his huge race in his debut. But I'm looking for those two in here.
Yeah, and Super Saver's the morning line favorite, highly regarded 2-year-old for Pletcher last year. Had what I thought a useful comeback at 3 in the Tampa Bay Derby, and we'll see the winner of that race, Odysseus, in the Bluegrass Stakes, his first time on synth. Horse I'm interested in seeing perform the Arkansas Derby is Bango, who finished second to Rule in the Delta Jackpot last year. Didn't really perform well in his 3-year-old debut, but it seems like the type that needed a race shipping in from New Mexico. So I'm going to look for a big improvement for him at a better price than the others we mentioned. But I think all 4 could make some noise on Derby Day.
Certainly a lot of graded stakes earnings, like you mentioned, in that Arkansas Derby. Another race with a lot of graded stakes earnings, or a lot of graded stakes money on the line. The Toyota Bluegrass Stakes right out here at Keeneland.
Yep.
Polytrack, weather's not going to be a factor whatsoever.
I don't think so.
We're looking at a pretty good-sized field in here. Like you mentioned, Odysseus probably one of the top choices in here, along with Ken Ramsey.
Yeah, absolutely. They got 9 earlier in the week. They were talking about maybe only 6, so a lot of horses interested in picking up those earnings. Interactive is the horse, I think. He wasn't listed as the morning line favorite. Ramsey's Prince horse from the Florida Derby was, but I just think Interactive is going to end up being the favorite. He just seems to me the class of the field and seems to benefit most from the surface, whereas there's some questions with others coming from dirt and turf and things like that. I think Pletcher might have 2 Derby prep winners this weekend to go with the likely favorite Escondrea. He's loaded.
Yeah, Pletcher, I mean, a lot of people mentioning that he could have as many as 8 horses.
Yeah.
I think maybe 7 is a little bit more realistic. Another horse, a buzz horse in here in the Bluegrass, Patio Prado, for trainer Dale Romans. I think he was somewhere around 8-1 in the morning line. Not really sure about that, but like you said, Pleasant Prince is the morning line favorite in here.
Right.
But Patio Prado is certainly a horse that's taking a lot of buzz, and I'll take a stand. I'll go for him.
All right.